Hi, hello, namaskar. Welcome to our new YouTube channel, Diabetic Care Global. So, there's this channel, Diabetic Care India, which is in Malayalam and has a subscriber base of 4.5 lakh plus. Now, we have set up a channel in English and we welcome all of you heartily into it. Please like, share, and subscribe to our new channel. And wait, please don't forget to press the bell icon for the notifications, and the links are given in the description box below. So please feel free to give us your comments, your opinions. Yeah, we would like to hear from you and improve. We have heard the word sugar. Now you'd be thinking, okay, here's Dr. Satish Bhat kidding us. Who hasn't heard of sugar? But only those who are exposed to the South Indian languages would have heard this word, chakara. Chakara is a very commonly used slang for a beloved. So you have a boyfriend or a girlfriend, yeah? And so you call each other chakare. It's the sweet one. Now, why do I need to tell you all these things? Because the word sugar and the word jaggery, both of which are used interchangeably, come from the same root, which is Sanskrit origin, that is sharkara. So sharkara changed or transformed into sugar, zakar, that is shakar in Persian, and then subsequently into sugar, the word that we use to describe everything that tastes sweet. Why? Even if it doesn't contain sugar, we call it sugar free. But even then, the word sugar is used. And sharkara, which is the word for jaggery in Malayalam to this day, chakara, sharkara, all this, that was transformed into jaggery. So, sugar and jaggery, as I said, we keep using them interchangeably. So, and we use the word sugar for everything that tastes sweet. Yeah. So, is it true? Nope. Actually, the word sugar is used for all the foodstuffs of plant origin. Remember, all the foodstuffs of plant origin, very important point to be noted here, that can be converted into glucose, which is the energy source of our body. So anything under the sun that can be converted into glucose is nowadays called sugar. So much so that people believe that rice is sugar, wheat is sugar, any cereal, any millet that also contains sugar. Yep, which is true, which is true. But now adding to the confusion, now what is this guy trying to tell us? Is he trying to tell us that because they contain sugar, we shouldn't have them? If we are diabetics or we are scared of developing diabetes? Wrong, because these sugars are needed for the body. You can't live without them. We can't live without them. Let's face the facts. Why is it so? Now that brings us to the basic question of how we should define a sugar. Generally, when we talk of sugar, we are reminded of a white crystalline thing that we use spoonfuls of in our tea and coffee, or making halwa, laddu, all such sweet dishes, don't we? That's the table sugar. Strictly speaking, that is sucrose, which is a combination of glucose, very important, and fructose. Fructose is nothing but fruit sugar. So do fruits contain sugar? I should avoid fruits, huh? Is this guy trying to tell us that? Nope. Because sugars aren't bad. We need to understand that. Sugars are actually our energy sources. We need them, as I told you, even for the blinking my eyes, for moving my hands, my heartbeat, the movements of my intestines, my muscles, my bones, joints, all these things, each and every function of the body needs glucose. For the brain to work properly, everything. So there is nothing poisonous, something toxic. People think of, okay, it contains sugar, so it is bad. Wrong. We need these sugars. Yeah. So what are the other sugars that we are talking about? Generally, there are 4 categories of sugars. So see how we have come from thinking of sugars as something whitish and crystalline, and we are looking at it on a much broader scale. So most importantly, I told you about sucrose. Then there is the only sugar that can never be created artificially, and that is nothing but lactose. Lactose is present only in milk. Again, it's a combination of glucose and galactose. So glucose is a common factor in all these things. And then there is maltose. Maltose again is a combination of 2 molecules of glucose. So you have sucrose, which is glucose and fructose. You have lactose, which is glucose and galactose. And then you have maltose, which is 2 molecules of glucose. So roughly, these are called the disaccharides because they contain 2 molecules of sugars. And then you have longer chains, which are called oligosaccharides, polysaccharides. But in general, they are all called starches. But then comes the tricky part. Starches are basically not sugars. They are not classified as sugars. But then generally we call them as sugars. Now that brings us to the question. So what is this guy trying to tell us? I'm trying to tell you something very simple. A, do not vilify sugars. B, we need sugars. We need carbs for our daily activities. There is no point in saying, okay, we need to avoid carbs. We need to restrict carbs severely. We shouldn't be having carbs. Wrong. Carbs aren't bad. The problem comes with the type of carbs and how much you have them and when you have them. That's important. Now, all these things contain carbs. If you have carbs with good fiber, with good protein content, and with nutritious stuff, nutrition packed in them, then these carbs can actually be good for you. But when you have empty carbs, what are empty carbs? They give you what are called empty calories. They just give you the calories. They just give you the glucose, but nothing else. Then we have a problem. Today, we live in a world where we take a large amount of these empty carbs. Therein lies the problem. The problem doesn't lie with the carbs. The problem lies with us. So let's not vilify sugar. If you're watching this until now, I'm sure you have understood that sugar isn't bad. Even if you are a diabetic. Now, that's the last question, which I need to ask you. If you are a diabetic, do you need to avoid sugar completely? No way. There is no need to avoid sugar completely. There is no way you can avoid sugar completely. And is it required? Absolutely not. So are you trying to tell me I can have my sugar, I can have my jaggery, honey, all these things together? Nope. Yep. That's not what I'm trying to tell you. It's not like, okay, this is a license for me to have any amount of sugar that I feel like. No. You need to restrict the intake of all these carbs that you take depending on the requirement of your body. So if you're already taking too many carbs, then a restriction is a must. But if you're working out well, if you are leading a very active lifestyle, if you are having nutritious food otherwise like proteins, all these healthy fats, etc., and healthy carbs, then carbs need not be restricted. So fruits, definitely no restriction required for fruits unless and until there is a specific indication. For example, if you have any kidney disease, yes, then your doctor might restrict certain fruits for you. If you have some other issues, then yes, for example, fatty liver. Fatty liver is caused by too much of intake of fructose. But fruit sugar as such, the ones which come in real fruits, is not a problem. It is the high fructose corn syrup which is present in all the confectioneries, all the sweets that are available in the markets. Therein lies the problem. So it isn't the fructose as such which is present in its natural form. It is the man-made, the artificial stuff, an excess of which we consume that causes the problems. Yeah. So I hope I didn't end up confusing you. In case I did, I think you should get back to me. I'll love to hear from your comments. We look forward to them. And in case you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. Smash the like button and do share Diabetic Care Global with all your friends and relatives. But rest assured, we are going to keep this extremely useful for you. So it's not just diabetes alone. All the associated problems of diabetes will be tackled here. A long way to go. Thanks for being with us on this journey, and bye bye.